but they will also look to having a provider that is prepared to go into the future with them, sometimes into an unknown future. An unknown future in our fast world may mean anything that is next year, anything that is beyond today. It is important, if we want win-win, we need to be alert to each other's needs and to each other's future.
Are you ready for the interview?
Yes, of course.
Could you please introduce yourself first?
Well, I'm Peter Sachsenmeier. I am a member of the German National Academy for Science and Engineering. I run an international innovation center out of Wuhan, and I research at the University of Oxford China Center. I'm happy to be here today and involved in All in Talk, and I look forward to your questions.
So the first question is, what challenges and opportunities do you think the Industry 4.0 era brings to manufacturing?
Well, my answer might surprise you. 11 years ago, we invented the term Industry 4.0 at the German National Academy for Science and Engineering, so as to denote a particular level of development of industries. This level of development is characterized by an industrial internet, by a sensor-based environment, etc. And we were looking for a term that could capture that particular level of development. However, now we are 15 years later, and the industrial internet that we were talking about 15 years ago has suddenly arrived. So we don't think about the opportunities that we had 15 years ago. We think about the opportunities which we have from now into the future. And those opportunities include, of course, all our insights into data sciences, the use of AI as an accelerator of digitization. In one word, we have arrived in the middle of a digital transformation.
So could you please share some successful practices of manufacturing enterprise transformation and upgrading under Industry 4.0?
Now we have several things that are happening. We have a much greater internationalization in our data exchanges. We need to collaborate and take into account, collaborate across borders and take into account the rules and regulations of many places. So the demands on enterprises are not only internal, they're also external. Enterprises, yes, I agree, need to continuously upgrade, innovate, but they also need to become much better at serving their network of suppliers and customers. It is no longer sufficient to only look internally and optimize internal processes, which ought to be a continuous practice. But beyond that, people need to look externally, see which very innovative suppliers I can get, which startup can help them in transformation, and see which evolving customers they can serve best with their own transformation and their own upgrading. So I'm going one step beyond the internal view of companies.
So the last question is, in the context of deep integration of emerging technologies and production scenarios, how could manufacturing enterprises do to achieve win-win cooperation?
Companies, they will look to find suppliers of services, and Huawei certainly is one such provider, but they will also look to having a provider that is prepared to go into the future with them, sometimes into an unknown future. An unknown future in our fast world may mean anything that is next year, anything that is beyond today. So for all of us, it is important, if we want win-win, we need to be alert to each other's needs and to each other's future. And that's what win-win really implies.
Thanks for sharing. I do hope you have a great time in Huawei Connect.
And thank you. Thank you for having me. To all viewers and listeners, please stay tuned for more in All in Talk.